Ever found yourself yelling at traffic, willing the red light to turn green, or anxiously checking the weather app every 5 minutes hoping a storm disappears? We all have. There's this incredibly human tendency, a deep-seated desire, to feel like we're in control, even when we're absolutely not. It's called the illusion of control, and it's a fascinating, often frustrating, aspect of our psychology that can lead us down a path of endless struggle. Think about it. Sports fans wearing their lucky jersey convinced it impacts the game. People blowing on dice before a roll, or creating elaborate rituals for good luck. We trick ourselves into believing our actions, however minor or unconnected, have an influence over completely random or external events. Why? Because control feels safe. It offers predictability in an unpredictable world. It taps into our fundamental need for agency, for feeling like we're the drivers of our own lives, and in small doses. This can even be motivating. But when this illusion takes over, especially concerning things truly beyond our grasp, that's when it starts costing us dearly. Because here's the kicker. When we relentlessly resist what we can't change, we open the door to a cascade of negative emotions: frustration, anger, anxiety, stress, a deep sense of injustice or victimhood. Imagine fighting against a strong current in a river. You expend immense energy, get exhausted, and ultimately, you're still swept downstream. That's what it feels like to fight against reality. You, draining your emotional and mental reserves on battles that are unwinnable, leaving you exhausted, and unable to focus on what you actually can impact. So, what's the alternative to this exhausting struggle? It's a practice often called radical acceptance, and it has deep roots in ancient wisdom, particularly Stoicism. Now, radical acceptance isn't about approving of a situation. It's not saying, "Oh, I love that I lost my job," or "I'm thrilled about this diagnosis." Absolutely not. It's simply acknowledging reality for what it is. It's accepting that something has happened or is happening without judgment, without fighting, without wishing it were different. It's saying, this is what is. Now, what? The Stoics, philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius, had a profoundly practical framework for this, known as the dichotomy of control. They taught that everything in life falls into one of two categories: things we can control, and things we cannot control. What can we control? Our judgments, our impulses, our desires, our opinions, essentially, our inner world, our reactions, and our choices. What can't we control? Our body, our possessions, our reputation, the weather, other people's actions, past events, future outcomes, and most external circumstances. Their radical insight was this: true peace and freedom come from focusing all our energy and attention solely on what is within our control. When we realize something is outside our sphere of influence, we don't fight it. We accept it, not because we like it, but because resisting it is futile and only leads to suffering. For example, you can't control traffic on your commute, but you can control your reaction to it. Whether you get angry, listen to an audiobook, or use the time for quiet reflection. You can't control a diagnosis, but you can control your treatment plan, your mindset, and your pursuit of support. You can't control someone else's hurtful words, but you can control whether you let them define you, or how you respond with calm and boundaries. This isn't about being passive or giving up. It's about being incredibly active and intelligent with your energy. When you radically accept what you can't change, you immediately free up an enormous amount of mental and emotional bandwidth. That energy, which was previously spent on resistance and frustration, can now be channeled into effective action within your actual sphere of control. You become more adaptable, more resilient, and surprisingly, more powerful, because you're no longer wasting your strength on the impossible. You're applying it to what will make a difference. So, the next time you find yourself stuck in traffic, fuming over a canceled plan, or agonizing over something you simply cannot alter, pause. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If the honest answer is no, then practice the radical acceptance of the Stoics. Acknowledge reality, let go of the illusion that you can bend it to your will, and then Consciously redirect your precious energy towards what you can control, your response. Your next step, your inner peace. That, ironically, is where your true power lies.